California Highway Patrol pursues stolen SUV driver in downtown Los Angeles. A suspect driving a stolen Honda CR-V led authorities on a chase through Los Angeles on the afternoon of Monday, April 14, 2025. The high-speed chase began in Compton when Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies spotted the suspect vehicle. The chase traveled through surface streets before reaching Interstate 110 in South Los Angeles, where it was joined by California Highway Patrol officers. The white SUV was seen traveling on northbound Interstate 110, swerving between traffic and, at one point, traveling on the shoulder of the road. Just 2 minutes later, the driver continued driving through major streets in Chinatown, speeding through crosswalks and nearly hitting pedestrians.
A lot of innocent motorists here, but it was too dangerous. They called it off, and now we will see if any other agencies try and pull this suspect over. But again, this is a grand theft auto suspect behind the wheel, now traveling at a high rate of speed up Main Street, which is no more than a 35-mile-per-hour speed limit through here. He's doing much faster than that as he tries to speed by all of this traffic. And you can see as we make our way through downtown now, approaching the 101 freeway, there is a lot of pedestrian traffic at that. Oh! Yeah. Yeah, no, he's really pushing it. He's really testing his luck as well, trying to squeeze through very narrow gaps here. Now a westbound turn onto Arcadia. You know, we at this point of this situation, we hope that he ends up on the freeway, because the driving we're seeing, especially in downtown Los Angeles, is so dangerous. He sees he's boxed in, now he's putting it in reverse, pulling it in reverse, trying to find an escape route as he goes into reverse down Arcadia, trying to get back on Main Street. He had much better luck on Main, and there he is making the turn, now going northbound on Main once again, putting it in reverse there at that red light with nowhere to go, continuing northbound on Main, where he's going to come up on the 101 freeway. There is a lot of people out on a Monday afternoon here, and not to mention all the traffic that he keeps encountering as well, looking for any space to get around this traffic. Now making the right onto Cesar Chavez. A wild turn there. Again, lots of close calls that we are seeing just in the last few seconds. Cutting through, use that parking lot to cut through there. There was a bicyclist crossing the street there, and now you can see he's now on New High Street, traveling northbound. Are we north? Yeah, we are north of the 101 freeway. So he's now made his way north of the 101 at about 45 miles per hour, straddling the double yellow lines there. And it's important to note here that he is not being pursued by anybody right now. This suspect is on the run, driving very recklessly without any law enforcement in sight here. There is no threat to this suspect. He is just driving very recklessly for no apparent reason other than the fact that he is obviously under the impression that there are eyes on him and probably likely aware of the helicopters. But you can see him using the wrong side of the road to get around this traffic here, coming up on Broadway and College Street, going the wrong way on College Street now, almost a head-on collision there as he continues these dangerous maneuvers, now pulling on to Hill Street, North Hill Street, going southbound on Hill, where there is a lot more pedestrian traffic up ahead of him. We have seen so many close calls, guys. It is really, really nerve-wracking. You're reverse again. Yeah, it makes you wonder why he decided to get off. He could have gone right through downtown. He was using the shoulder. Traffic on the 110 freeway was bumper to bumper, but that didn't stop him. He was using the right shoulder to get from the 105 to downtown LA in no more than 5 minutes, just speeding up the shoulder and eventually getting off the freeway and using the buildings and parking garages to try and conceal his movements. You almost get the impression that he's done that maybe on purpose, whether he's familiar with the area or not. He knows that it's his best option to try and dump the vehicle and then try and hide out. That's most likely what he's doing here, looking for an opportunity to hide, looking for a hiding spot to dump the vehicle and then try and get away. That seems to be what he's doing, because all of these moves appear to be very random, very haphazard, and not well thought out. So now he's back on the wrong side of the road here on Sunset Boulevard, going the wrong way on Sunset Boulevard, making his way through Echo Park and picking up a lot of speed here as he makes his way into the Echo Park area. Again, going the wrong way, making a left turn here, a random left onto Bellevue Avenue, a smaller street off of Sunset Boulevard. Again, we're still in Echo Park here, traveling at a high rate of speed. As far as we know, guys, only the driver inside this vehicle, but too difficult to tell whether there may be anybody else inside this car. But right now, as we look through that windshield, this is the first time we've been able to really clearly see inside that vehicle as we get a better shot of that passenger seat. I don't see any movement coming from the passenger seat. Right now, it does look like mainly the driver, or at least only the driver that we could tell inside this vehicle. Wonder if he's looking for an opportunity to get on the freeway. Here comes the collision. Almost a close call there. He was going to get on the freeway, and then he almost collided with that person exiting the freeway there, and now he is committed once again to Bellevue Avenue, weaving around traffic on Bellevue, looking for an opportunity to get on the freeway. He's now at Glendale Boulevard. He's preparing to make a right turn or maybe cut through traffic and get on the freeway. He's cutting through. He's cutting through, going southbound on Glendale, and that will give him potentially an opportunity once he crosses underneath the overpass here to turn around and get back on the freeway. He's using those double yellow lines to try and squeeze through this traffic here, going southbound on the northbound side. Look at this. Head-to-head with an innocent motorist, now once again pulling the U-turn, doing a three-point turn in the middle of Glendale Boulevard, just south of the 101 freeway, and now making his way back underneath the 101 freeway, looking for any opportunity to get on the freeway. He is desperate to find some free open road, and every time he finds himself boxed in, he just puts it in reverse. He's making random U-turns, looking for any opportunity. He's pushing it. He's really pushing it. Oh, no! Oh, my goodness. Look at this. He rammed right into the front left corner of either vehicle there. Hopefully, he narrowly avoided much more serious injuries here, but now the suspect is disabled at Glendale Boulevard and Park Avenue. Somebody running from the vehicle, I believe that's the driver, now running for it up Glendale Boulevard. He collided head-on with an innocent motorist right there in the middle of Glendale Boulevard, and now he is going up the sidewalk looking for a spot to hide out or blend in. He's now going to walk his way right up Glendale Boulevard. There are eyes on him, obviously. The LA County Sheriff's Department calling out his location, LAPD, trying to make their way into the area. Here comes California Highway Patrol. CHP now pulling into position, and that's going to be the end of his joyride this afternoon as he is now proned out on the sidewalk at Glendale Boulevard just north of Park Avenue. A heart-pounding situation, an earlier pursuit ending in just a reckless joyride through the streets of downtown LA. CHP finally getting this Grand Theft Auto suspect off the road, guys.
By 6:05 p.m., the driver reached Echo Park and continued driving recklessly, crossing the shoulder of the road, apparently trying to find a way out. The chase ended after 2 minutes when the vehicle collided with another vehicle shortly after 6 p.m. at the intersection of Glendale Street and Park Avenue. The vehicle stopped on the side of the road, and the driver got out and attempted to flee. He was arrested a short time later.